Hi everybody. Now for these are more like children's slash darker movies. I'm going to be doing a series here. Of course, as soon as I reveal what this movie is, as I mentioned in the last movie review, Bram Stoker's Dracula, you're going to figure out what the movie is that Gary Oldman was in, that I mentioned that he was in the series. Actually, and the three, you can probably guess. But this first movie review of this series, it's a series of sequels and stuff. This is an example of a series of movies with sequels done right. I know I've done movie reviews in the past, of Dream a Little Dream and Crocodile Dundee, and for example, I talked about in Dream a Little Dream 2 about that movie kind of stunk. It wasn't as good as Dream a Little Dream 1, the first one. It was an example of, why you shouldn't make a movie remake, or the Highlander, Renegade version, for example. But, this series here of, children's movies of sorts, because even adults like them, and it's based on, a series of, children's books. I've read the entire series. The last book is being made into a movie now, or movies more accurately. They had to, of course, cut it in half. And in case you couldn't guess, it's Harry Potter. This one is, of course, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Well, it's called the Sorcerer's Stone here in America and India. It's in England. It's called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This movie is, it's a really cute little movie. It's got, of course, get their names. Well, Hermione is played by Emma Watson. Daniel Radcliffe plays, of course, Harry. Rupert Grint plays Ron Weasley. Richard Harris is in this. Robbie Coltrane as Hagrid. Maggie Smith is one of the teachers. She plays, oh God, why can't I think of her name? Fiona Shaw's in here. Alan Rickman as Professor Snape. Ian Hart, Fiona Shaw, Julie Waters. Of course, let me think. This movie actually, it's, a really good movie. Of course it starts off, like the book does, where it talks about Harry Potter's, seemingly a normal little kid, little boy, living with his cranky aunt and uncle and their spoiled, rotten son, the Dursleys. And on his 11th birthday, of course, Harry, they, of course, have been getting these letters from Hogwarts by Owl. And, Vernon Dursley, Harry's uncle, has been trying to keep Harry from finding out the truth about himself. Of course, that's Harry. What ends up happening is, Harry, finds out from Rubeus Hagrid, who's played by John Cleese, that Harry is actually a wizard, famous in the wizarding world for escaping the evil Lord Voldemort when Harry was a baby. And Voldemort killed Harry's parents, but Voldemort's attack rebounded onto Voldemort, and leaving Harry only scarred with a lightning bolt scar on his forehead, and canceling out Voldemort's powers. Of course, when Harry gets on the train at King's Cross Station, which I've been to, he meets Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger. And of course, when they arrive at school, they're all sorted into their houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. Slytherin, of course, is noted for being the house that darker wizards and witches come out of. And Harry successfully, of course, begs the Sorting Hat, not to put him in Slytherin. He, winds up in Gryffindor along with Ron and Hermione. And of course, Harry ends up becoming a seeker for the Gryffindor's Quidditch team. And it's a sport in the wizarding world where people fly on broomsticks. And it's just, it's like all about, like trying to figure out who's doing like what kind of different stuff. And what it is I mean, oh my gosh, this movie is just, it is really adorable and it's cute. I mean, granted, there is like some kind of scary parts, but let me look here. I can tell you, this movie is rated PG. So, I mean, you can watch this with your younger kids, and I don't think they'll have very much problem watching it. The later movies, though, of Harry Potter, on the other hand, they get progressively darker. This one, of course, is, fairly easy to watch. I mean, it won't scare the puckies out of the younger kids or, traumatize them too bad. I mean, all it is, like, the most scary part is when Hagrid tells Harry's uncle Vernon to, get lost. I mean, like, Vernon squeezes the gun and, it shoots up into the roof. That's about, like, the scariest real part in my mind. The whole thing. It's like the guy, he's gonna shoot him, it's like, goes boom, and it's just like bang, the bullet goes up into the ceiling. But anyway, I've got some more Harry Potter movies to review here for you, and I'll be right back, okay?